I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Footballer magazine. Today I'm joined by Lachlan Giles from the Scotch Old Collegians Football Club in Division 2, and he's going to do our weekly roundup. So we'll just go through the results from the weekend. Sacred Heart Old Collegians defeated Broadview by 22 points. St Peter's Old Collegians had a good win over Portland by 6 goals. Modbury defeated Old Ignatians by 11 goals. Smosh Westlakes went down to Gazer by 11 goals, and unfortunately Scotch Old Collegians lost to Foss Camden by 104 points. Obviously a pretty disappointing result.
Yeah, it was a pretty frustrating day for the club really. We had a loss in the A's, B's and C's. Scotch are sort of in a pretty unfortunate position at the moment with having a lot of lads on the sidelines. I never like to sort of make that excuse, and coaches don't either. Yeah. But unfortunately we just probably a few players short at the moment, but we're stringing together where we can, and the blokes that are coming up are really young, and they're getting a lot of good exposure in the A grade that they might not normally get, so it's definitely a good thing for the future of our club. But yeah, at the moment it's tough to watch from the side.
Yeah. Who are some of the players that have come up and sort of maybe cemented a role even when the players do come back?
We've got some young blokes that have been playing a bit on the wing, so Will Codling, and he's been really good. And Matthew Sagat has been also really excellent for us, just their pressure in and under at the ball. For young blokes, it's really good to see. It's really encouraging to see these blokes come up and play a good role. We've also got someone that's come into full forward and played some good footy. He's kicked a bag of 7, and that's Maxi Marsland. He'll get a lot better as he progresses, so he's been another good find for us.
Even though it was a disappointing result, I'm sure there were some better performers yesterday. Would you just like to name a few of them?
Yep. One of our vice captain, John Lagonic, had a solid game, sort of in and around the ball. I mean, it was really tough to sort of name best players yesterday. Yeah. But I think just sort of our back line was under constant pressure. So even though our fullback, Jordan Smith, got beaten a few times, the constant efforts, the one-on-one battles, I think he did a good effort all day. I think probably our back 6 held up the best out of everyone with just sort of that constant pressure. But yeah, a lot of room for improvement across the field.
And what are some of those things you think you need to improve on during the week to make sure you put up a better performance next weekend?
I think the biggest thing for us is just backing our skills when we need it, when we see an option, just hitting it. And I think a lot of times we just got sort of caught just over handballing. And that's something we've really tried to focus on, is just when you can use the boot, when you've got space, just trying to use that and get the extra distance down the ground. So I think that's probably something we'll focus on in training this week.
Okay, we'll move on to next week's games. If I can just get a tip on each game. Yeah, Sacred Heart Old Collegians take on St Peter's Old Collegians.
I'll pick Saints.
Okay. Foss Camden take on Broadview.
Foss, after a solid win against us, hopefully they back that up.
Old Ignatians take on Smosh Westlakes.
Old Iggies.
Portland take on Modbury.
Modbury, I think we'll get that one done.
And Scotch Old Collegians are heading out to Gazer this week. Obviously be hoping for a better performance and hopefully get a result.
Yeah, well, our last game against Gazer was a really strong game from both sides. They just got over the line, so hopefully that we can, when we go out there, put on a good performance and get a much needed win for the club.
You mentioned a few players on the sidelines. Are you expecting to get anyone back this week that could help bolster the outfit?
Yeah, we've got a few blokes coming back in, so I think Joshy Lawson, a great player for us, who's new this year. He should be coming back from a hamstring. We may have Scotty Spriggs back in the side, but we'll wait and see what happens. He plays a bit up in the Crows. And yeah, we've got a few boys that float in and out of SNFL ranks, which is sort of hard with team selections at times, but they're fantastic when they can come back in. And we've got a couple more that are coming back from sort of broken fingers and stuff like that over the next few weeks, so myself included, unfortunately.
Yeah, just on yourself, tell us how that happened. How'd the broken finger come about, and how far away are you, do you think?
Yeah, so just going up for a mark, I just sort of got bumped into the contest and just sort of copped the ball on the end of the finger, and unfortunately it was a break, and had surgery and five screws and a plate put in, so it's been 5 weeks now, so I think I should miss one more and then hopefully come back and play. But that was when we were playing against, who was it? I believe it was Shock, playing against Shock, and unfortunately didn't quite get over the line that day, but hopefully I'm not too far off, because watching from the sidelines isn't too much fun.
Yeah, you'd obviously be pretty keen to get back out there. What do you hope to bring to the side when you do get the chance to pull on the Guernsey again?
I think for me, I sort of see myself just playing as solid a role as I can along the back line, centre half back. So I just try and, especially when we've got younger blokes back in the side, just trying to help them out and make sure that we're sort of controlling that movement and setting up the zones. So for me, it's just about being, I guess, as good a leader in that back six as I can be, and trying to play my role.
Okay, thank you, Lachlan. I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Footballer magazine. Today I've been joined by Lachlan Giles from the Scotch Old Collegians Football Club in Division 2, and he's done our weekly roundup.